forces are under attack.
Should you become a nuisance, I'll kill you myself.
Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Today on Metropolis, it's going to be Effort, it's going to be Snow, going to be one heck of a PvZ for your Patreon cast of the week for June the 20th, 2025. Top right, it's going to be Effort. We love this guy. It's hard to find replays with Effort, but when we get them, we are very happy to have them and happy to have him here on the channel. Bottom left, it is Snow. We know Snow. We know him very well. A lot of games from Snow on the channel. He's an incredible Protoss player. He loves PvT, PvZ, and all of the PvP as well. My goodness, was his series against Soulkey so incredible. So incredible for ASL 19. Hope to get another great one in ASL 20. They are making ASL maps for the Season 20 that are Zerg unfavored, Zerg disfavored. So maybe that will help him out. Maybe he can finally beat Soulkey in an ASL. He does smack him around in different Pro League tournaments that are happening all of the time between ASL seasons. But I guess once ASL season shows up, Soulkey just levels up, he locks in, and he wins them because he's got 4 straight ASL championships. We've got an overpool opening here from our guy Effort on a 4-player map. Again, Metropolis. What's weird about Metropolis? Should we take a look at this and see what's weird about it? There's this ramp with minerals at it. Just helps to wall. It's not really anything too nuts. Fairly nice wall off here for Protoss and Terran. Your third base. High groundy. Ramps leading into both aspects of it. Same thing for the 3 o'clock and the 9 o'clock. Looks like there are no expansions that have single leads into them, with the exception of your main, I guess. You know, somebody else's main, I guess, could be your expansion. So that's about it. Nothing too crazy about the map necessarily. Nice high ground positions for things like Reavers and Lurkers and Dragoons to pop on, and Hydralisks to sit on top of, but doesn't really give a particular advantage to either player here, right? Right. So yeah, back to that map idea. Yeah, I've seen some of the maps. Some of them have literal island expansions, which are so bad for Zerg. Zerg takes so long to get up the tech needed to take an island base or to threaten an island base that their enemy is taking. So I apologize to Queen. I apologize to Effort. I apologize to Hero, like other elite Zerg players who are going to be in ASL 20. For just not having maps that are nice to them, because Soulkey's ruined it for everybody else by being so freaking good. Now, Gate Expand here against an Overpool. This could be really dangerous for Snow. The good news for him is that he's not getting scouted immediately. The Overlord did not find him. Terry here. Terry Kala. Wait, no, that's not what it is. Terry Kala. Terry Kala. Terry's face is on shirts at FalconPaladin.store. And guess what else is on shirts at FalconPaladin.store? Not the Probe, the Zealot. There he is. Robert the Zealot, looking handsome out on the site for merch. Now, yep, so the Lings get in, and see the nice thing, the minerals helping you block the ramp. So you can block it. It's a wide ramp, but narrow. Because of the assistance there, Lings hacking away at that gateway. This is where Protoss gets in trouble, where they try to get away with a gate expand, hoping it's a hatch first from the Zerg, but then it's not. It's not that. Look at that third base timing, too. Love that. We've been seeing it a lot in 2025 for PvZs, where Zerg players have been going overpool and then really fast third base. Second and third base coming up almost simultaneously. Right? That's done. And this is, yeah, like 30% away from completion, which means it's 70% done. Need to see how many Lings are being made, because if it's like, you know, 6 or 8 more Lings, you could actually lose this gateway, and that'd be really catastrophic. Back home, he's making a cybernetics core inside the main. Dragoons can help deal with these Lings, just because speed lots or slow lots are really bad at catching these dudes. Oh, however, he killed one of them. Could be worse, could be worse, could be worse than a hearse. Forge coming in. I mean, a cannon really shuts down any further harassment from Lings, which is... Hey, look, more Lings are coming in. He really wants this gate, doesn't he? He really wants it. So the other Ling died, but now these Lings have speed, and they're... Golly. They're going to try to get up here, but they do get in. Oh, he busts through the probe, holding the line, and gets in, sees the Stargate timing, kills one of the probes on gas, pulls all of the probes off of gas, tries to kill another one. Dude, Speedling Micro is so much better then slowling micro. This is absolutely brutal stuff on display. Lair is done. Hydroden coming in on the follow-up. So we're not going Spire here. It's going to be Hydralisks for effort. Falcon gives the 2 thumbs up. Seal of approval here for this general choice. Big fan of it. Ling's rolling again. It's like, are you going to make a second Stargate? Are you going to go into a Templar Archives? Like, what are you going to do with your tech, sir? It's really important because the Protoss is playing in the dark right now. He doesn't know it's a Hydroden. He doesn't know if it's a Spire. He doesn't know if it's like 100 Speedlings, which it kind of is. It's a lot of Speedlings. There's a cannon there, and it's walled with Zealots. I don't know if this was a good idea from Effort. I think Effort might have overmade Lings here. Because what's he going to do? There's a cannon. I guess if you want to sacrifice, you know, 7, 8, 9, 10 Lings, maybe you can kill that gateway, but it's a big sacrifice you're going to have to make, friend. Sort of a big friggin' deal here. So, Ling's running around inside the main base. They see Corsair production. Great. They see no sign of a Citadel. Robotics facility. Interesting choice. So, is he worried about getting Lurker busted? Maybe. He wants Obs? Does he want Reavers fast? Maybe he does. Okay, so Lings are dead. Now we're in the dark. Now maybe we can throw up a Citadel? Because everything got scouted. This is again, too many Lings. He's just worried about Zealot pressure, but the Zealots are so worried about the Ling pressure that they're home. Right? There are 2 Zealots at home. There was a 3rd one here earlier, too, or maybe that was just the other guy. But Corsairs hunting around, sharking around. So now the Corsairs are out. Then you get your 2nd scout. Maybe it's a 3rd scout. I'm not entirely sure on the timing here, but you see the Lings coming in. You recognize there are Hydras on the way. There's a range upgrade for the Hydras and a +1 attack too. It is going to be fast Reaver. Lings get in there. Busting the cannon would be massive. Can they get it? No, they can't pull it off. 43 hit points on that thing. Very close. On fire. Can the Hydras finish it off? They don't have the range upgrade yet. Okay, it's a +1 air weapons. Disagree. Disagree with +1 air weapons here, dude. You know it's a lot of Hydras. But I guess maybe he says that the Reavers are going to be able to handle the Hydras, that the +1 air weapons will be able to kill Overlords faster, supply blocking effort more effortlessly. Ha! And making it easier for Snow to win this game. Maybe that's his sneaky plan here. Because he is sticking with his +1 air, and the vast majority of Protoss players would be like, yeah, no, I'm not doing that. I'm 100% not going to get +1 attack for my Corsairs. When there's a million Hydras out, that's going to be... Well, there's a Spire on the way, but I think that's just for Scourge. There are not going to be any Mutalisks here, if I could guess. That's my prediction, is we're not going to see Mutalisks here from Effort. Not with this opening. Not with these upgrades he's doing. He recognizes the Corsairs are a threat, so he's getting Scourge to handle it. There's finally a Citadel of Adun coming on. But a Reaver behind cannons is very strong. It's extremely strong against these Hydras. Lurker aspect on the way. We got Hydras protecting the Overlords for now. Macro hatches all over the place instead of Sunkens, as a lot of Zerg players like to do. And that's good because this hasn't been Zealot pressure. Instead of Zealot pressure, it's Reaver pressure with slow Zealots. Now, don't get me wrong. We're going to get these Zealot leg upgrades as soon as the Citadel finishes here. Also, Shuttle Speed is finishing soon, which is nice. But it is a very brave, very confident Protoss that's going to try to make Reaver drops work when each base has about 12 to 15 Hydras at it. Not this one, but the natural and the 3rd do, which is kind of what he's playing at. Oh my gosh, yeah, no, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Yeah, nope, no, just no. Yeah, Snow just had to see for himself. Had to see how many Hydras there were. Scourge taken down. Okay, like 3 of the Corsairs died, which is not bad. Zealots unload, distract the Hydras, die immediately. Scourge are now chasing the shuttle. And you have to unload here. Couple drones go down. Not the end of the world. Oh, the juking! The jukes are so good. Oh my gosh, that was incredible juking. Okay, lost it eventually because the Hydras helped out. That was cheating. Corsairs into the 3rd base causing issues. These Hydras should be able to protect them, and they do. And that is very well held by effort here. Wow. So again, this is a Patreon game. So if you're watching this the week of June 20th, thanks for being a patron. You're the best. I really appreciate your support. And you get definite benefits by watching these things earlier than anybody else gets to. Again, you can sign up at patreon.com/Falcon Paladin for as little as $1 a month. And if you're watching this in July 2025 or later, man, hit that like button and subscribe. Try to get to 69,000 subs, folks. How cool would it be to be the 69,000th sub on the Falcon Paladin channel? Very rad. Okay, what do we got? Hydra's moving out. +1 attack on those dudes. Reavers being produced ever more. Dragoon range is on the way because the lurkers are a major threat, even if we don't necessarily have any running around yet. But lurker aspect is done. Hydra's trying to jump into that third base. No, says our guy Zerg Effort. So Effort's doing well. I don't think he could play much better than this. He had nice overpool opening, harassing, killing probes, scouting like crazy, dealing with this Reaver stuff like an absolute boss, and then just getting into 100 Hydras. Wait, did he? No, now he's making a lurker. Yeah, that's right. Snow's trying to get a third base, but against this much Zerg, good luck, sister. Well, I mean, Snow's a dude, but you know what I mean. Zealots into the natural boys. Boy, one sunken would be really nice to have here, right? Like one sunken just hitting these dudes as they're wailing away on your Hydralisks, right? Ooh, nice lurker. Oh, he slipped through that lurker egg. He was pinned between the two. Man, one sunken sure would have kept some of these drones alive. Maybe your whole army wouldn't have had to come home to deal with these guys if you made one sunken. Nice burrow, though. Okay. Yeah, let's get a burrow up. Big fan of a burrow. That is exactly what we want to see here. Dragoons on the way. 8 of them produced because he saw the lurker eggs and said lurker's going to be a problem. But yeah, there's one lurker here. I don't know that we're going into like a ton of them. But I guess Speed Lost Dragoons and High Templar is a pretty traditional composition against this much stuff anyway. So not going to worry about it from a Zerg perspective. I think Effort pretty well has this thing at 12 minutes. There's still not a third base from Snow. He's desperately trying to get it. But if a giant Hydra lurker... Oh my gosh, that is so many Hydras. And you got to cover both angles, which totally sucks. And then the Corsairs are scouting, and they see the enemy coming. And these High Templar are in extreme danger. But I guess the Reaver also... There you go. Can fight back a little bit here. So nice. This is not late game Reaver PvZ. This is early to mid game Reaver PvZ. Very well executed here by Snow. And if anyone's going to do that, it's going to be Snow. Fourth base coming in 12 o'clock. Queen's Nest, I think, would be now. Honestly, from Effort is Queen's Nesting. You've got map control. The Protoss is very afraid to move out. Trying to get a third base up while your fourth base happens. I mean, maybe expand again, get a Queen's Nest, get a Hive. Not an Evolution Chamber. That's not what I said. All right. Well, we'll see. This looks very much... Oh, there is a Queen's Nest. Okay, good. So it goes Evo Chamber for upgrade, Queen's Nest, fourth base, contain, 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 contain. I'll allow him to have a third base. I can't keep him from getting the tech that I don't want him to have. Right? He already has Reavers. He already has High Templar with Storm. He already has Speed Lots. Yes, fine. We're going to have to deal with all that stuff regardless. So let's go ahead, contain him. I'm not going to kill him anytime soon with just Hydras. Let's get into the Hive Tech. Let's get Plagues. Let's get Dark Swarms. Let's get some Cracklings out on the map, and then we'll feel much better about things. Snow on 3 bases. We tried to prevent it. Couldn't do it. Oh, well. Try again next time. Let's see if Snow's going to go for an actual move out here, because he is looking pretty good. 145, 160 supply, sorry. 145 is for Effort here. They're both barcoding, and the colors are similar, and I guess moderately colorblind. Who knows if I am or not. We can red versus blue this, but I like orange Zerg anyway. Nibbler likes some orange Zerg, that's for sure. Yeah, this is looking great. Hive's on the way. There we go. Warping in a fourth Nexus left side. This is something Everett might want to try to shut down, but lot of the Protoss army is over here. There's one High Templar at the top of the ramp, which is enough to keep all these dudes out of here. Ugh, Corsairs got sniped out by Hydras, which is usually what happens to them about the 15-minute mark of a PvZ. If the game is still going on then, as they just kind of run afoul of a million Hydras at some point and just die. And yeah, it's hard to have value when there are 100 Hydras on the map. He's just moving, man. I don't think he was coming to flank attack you. He was just trying to pull back a little bit, maybe expand to this bottom right-hand area. Who knows? Let's see how long it takes effort to get Adrenal started after the high finishes. Shall we time it? Let's do. Bam. 15:28. And spawning pool. Ooh, 15:33. Nice. 5 seconds after the high finishes, he goes for Adrenal. A Man of Culture. A Man of Grace. We've got Maelstrom on the way. Why in the name of Ferdigus McDootson would we be getting Maelstrom in this match? Where is his Dark Archon morphing in? Does he not have one? He's like, I'm thinking about getting one. Let's get him Maelstrom. Big Hydra Ball, man. Big Lurker stuff here, too. They've got +2 attack on the upgrades. The Dragoons are at 2-2. Top left basic being expanded to, interestingly enough, which is going to get shut down because he didn't escort this expansion at all. He's trying to ninja this thing. Should cancel it. I think he got... Maybe that was a cancel. Big engagement in the middle. Man, Reavers and High Templar and Psystorm and Speedlots and upgraded Dragoons as a beefy comp here for the Protoss. Where is your... Finally starting Consume. Yeah, I feel like that's a little bit late. Adrenal's done. And I appreciate prioritizing Adrenal. But you can't skip Defiler stuff either. You can't be late on that. Look at the burrow. It's like we know the Protoss is hanging out this way. But also he's got Ob, so burrowing doesn't really save you all that much. Trying to send some cracklings up with the beautiful 0-1 and crackling upgrade setup. Ba 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 ba. Beautifully executed. That's it for that. Charging on in. We got Lings. We got Hydras. We're surrounding all sides here. The Zerg is everywhere. Lurkers burrowing in. Look at this engagement by effort. That is so hard to set up and engage, but he does it. He sets up. It's a full retreat by the Protoss. He's still got a freaking Reaver back here. Hey, it's the Dark Archon with Maelstrom. I want to know how many kills this Reaver has. Do not pick it up. Hey, I wanted to see. Unloaded again. 7 kills on that one. 9 kills on that one, which is pretty good. But Dark Archon gets exploded before he gets a single Maelstrom off. He's barely yet to live. Oh, no. Cracklings are on your Dragoons. Reavers on the back. Saving the day as always, though. And we're okay. We're okay if we're Snow. I mean, RJB said this was a good game, and he was not kidding about that. Execution of Phoenix 2025 colorized. That's what that was. Plague's on the way. Dark Swarms, yes, against all these Dragoons, going to be super duper nice. Going to force more Reaver stuff, more Psystorm, more Speedy Lots, and fewer Dragoons when the Dark Swarms start popping out, but also Plagues are nice. Jumping in, burrowing in, Reaver targeted, Reaver down, Reaver down. Ah, both Reavers died. They've been doing so much work for the Protoss in this entire game, and now they're gone. Yeah, I just think Effort's in an okay position here. He's up, man. He is up in supply, or sorry, man, I keep misreading this for some reason. Orange is red. Orange is the new red, I guess. Look at this drone. Trying to stay alive with this one Lurker trying to save it. Good luck, little guy. That's not happening. Anyway, so yes, Snow is up about 40 supply, which is where Snow wants to be. Snow feels good about this, but the Plagues are coming in. There it is. First Plague of the day. Hard to see on the red Protoss, but it's there. It is eating away at that HP. The damage over time, the dots. More dots. May be familiar with that World of Warcraft meme from about 20 years ago now, but more dots is one of my favorites. Okay, Psystorm and all the things. 170 to 100 supply? Dude, Zerg is in trouble. Hasn't been able to take a base for a minute. Snow's done a good job with that and getting good engagements in the middle of the map here, too. Cracklings, Hydras, Dark Swarm, Plague, all of the tools for the Zerg are here. Same thing, Archons, Zealots, Dragoons, High Templar, all the tools are here too. For Snow, so it's just two players mashing each other with everything they've got. But dude, look at the supply. Snow gets the win. Oh my goodness, and that is a that is a GG for Snow against Effort. It was looking bad for him for a while, but denying the attempts to expand to the bottom right and the top left were massive victories for him. Plus, the Reavers did so much work. Plus, there were great Storms and the Zealots and the Archons and the upgrades, and the 3-1-2 upgrades to the ground units for Snow here were so good too. This base coming up and this base coming up without really too much fuss was also awesome. So yeah, I mean, again, it's a map with high expansions that you can defend pretty easily against incoming Zerg swarms, which is nice. And that is it. That's the win, dude. I still feel like a couple Sunkens here during that Zealot attack into the natural and into the main would have helped. But, you know, these Zerg players are stubborn. They don't want to sacrifice any economy whatsoever. So they don't. Anyway, GG. Yeah, great advantage. Great opening from Effort, but Snow was just too good, too strong in the long run and comes in tough. Oh, man. Okay, well, that was a lot of fun. Good game for a Patreon game for sure. Thanks for sending that in, RJB. Let's look at the final score. Tap that like button if you enjoyed the match. 126 to 149,000 points here in favor of our guy. Snow got outproduced by almost a 2-to-1 ratio. Somewhere in there, but the 3-to-1 ratio is excellent on the kill there for Snow. One building died on each side, which is funny. And the outspend by the Zerg, but just a tiny bit in a 20-minute game, and that's not going to get the job done. So that's a GG. That's what we're talking about. And that's going to be it from me. So this has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered and a Patreon game for June 2025. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on social media platforms such as TikTok, Blue Sky, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and every other social media platform that exists. I am out there, and you have a good time. Thanks for watching, and you take care of yourself.